Overfitting is a concept which occurs when a statistical model fits exactly the training data. When this happens, unfortunately, the algorithm cannot perform accurately against unseen data, which kind of defeats its whole purpose. So imagine you've trained a model that predicts the chance it's going to rain using data that you've collected in your hometown. It gets it right perfectly. But when you try to use it to predict the chance that it'll rain on your holiday up in the Lake District, it gets it terribly wrong. Why is that? Well, it could be overfitting. A way to explain this is to use the metaphor of trying to design a dress. You want a fabulous dress, so you go to a fabulous dress designer. Alexander McQueen, for example. He designs you a dress, but he bases it on a few models who are all gorgeous, stick thin, no boobs or curves, standard size 8 and 6 foot tall. The dress you get is indeed absolutely fabulous. It looks $1 million on the catwalk and everybody wants it. But when you go into a shop to try it on, you look like a sack of potatoes. Why? Because it's been designed and tweaked and redesigned to within an inch of its life based on the only the 6 foot models the designer was working with. This is overfitting. Compare that to a Marks and Spencer's dress. Marks and Spencer's is so worried about offending people, all their size 12 dresses are actually more like a size 13, quite roomy. The designer there makes a dress pattern based on a larger group of women of all different shapes and sizes. This results in an off-the-hanger dress, which maybe isn't as stunning as the designer one, and maybe it doesn't perform as well on the catwalk. But when it's tested against normal women coming in off the street to try on the dress, who were never part of the models that were used to make it in the first place, it fits everybody pretty well. Not perfectly, but it works okay for most. So the question is, which dress do you want? An Alexander McQueen or a Marks and Spencer's? And that's why it's important if someone is selling you an algorithm or a model and says it's extremely good at predicting and its performance is terrific, you need to ask how it does on new unseen data. Only then will you know if it's been cursed by overfitting or if it can still hold its own against new data that walks through the door. And that is overfitting. Thanks everybody for listening.